I went from being skinny to actually putting some muscle mass, and here's how I did it. When I started lifting, I was around 90 pounds, and I started lifting when I was in 2020. In 2020, I was really skinny, and I was struggling to put a lot of weight. I used to get bullied for me being very skinny, and so that basically motivated me to start going to the gym. I used to get advice on how to eat enough macros, enough protein. I was told to eat more protein and everything. Although I don't look incredibly huge, I did gain a whole bunch of muscle mass, so I just trying to give out my take on what I did to gain some muscle mass. So first started in 2020. In 2020 I was about 90 pounds, and while I was in 90 pounds I decided to start hitting the gym. I just wanted to just stop being skinny. So then I decided to go to the gym. I started lifting weights. I was about what, 14 around there, 14, 15. And then I decided to start taking the gym seriously. So I was a freshman year in high school around there, and I just decided to lock in. So the way how I stopped being so skinny to the point every single girl was doing this and calling me skinny, asking me to lift me up and this and that, or that they can bench me, which was low-key kind of horrible, but it's okay. So one of the biggest thing I've changed is the way how I ate. So I used to eat very little, small portions of food. Why, I don't know. I mainly loved eating protein. I loved eating steak, chicken. I'm not a big fan of seafood, but if it was seafood, shrimp. I used to not eat carbs as much, which that's a mistake that I've done. Not eating carbs, and because carbs are actually very important, but the protein, it allowed me to basically see more muscle in my body than actually put on some size and weight. So a mistake that I did is that I ate, I guess, a good amount of protein, but I wasn't contributing the fats and carbs. That way it could balance it all out. That way I could look more fuller, more leaner, more built, more bigger, more less skinny. So it turns out that the calories that I was eating was, I'm guessing, minimum about 1,000 calories. So I had to bring that up. So then I started eating close to, I would say, 2,100. Obviously it's based on financial status and how much food I was able to eat during the time. So everyone has their own struggle. But yes, I started eating more calories, more food, started to balance protein and carbs and fats. The thing is though, that if you want to bulk up and get bigger, but lean and not fat, because me personally, I think that if you're trying to dirty bulk, it's very unhealthy for you to dirty bulk, because you're gonna be basically consuming some of the bad stuff, like bad fats, like saturated fats and all that. And I think that's really bad. But if you want to dirty bulk, by all means, but this is just my personal opinion. But if you want to at least basically clean bulk, I recommend that you eat healthy fats like avocados, peanut butter, and I think almonds are healthy fats. I'm not really sure, I don't remember, but those type of foods. And then for protein, mainly what I used to eat was chicken and steak. And for carbs, of course I'm Hispanic, so mainly I would eat rice or potatoes. So that's something that also helped me gain weight. So I used to try to measure. I don't really have a calorie planner thingamajiggy, but I used to eat about 1.5 grams of protein per body weight. But I did gain a lot of weight, but it's not like fat, it's pure like muscle. I have zero fat in my body. I'm guessing it's metabolism. Also, another thing, in order for you to get nice and muscular and have the muscle definition, something that's very important is, of course, your genetics. As sad as it sounds, if your genetics are whack. But don't let that discourage you, because everyone's body is different and everyone doesn't have to look the same. So don't start going to the gym thinking that you're gonna you're gonna expect to look a certain way or whatnot. Just trust the process. It takes time. It could take a few months, years, decades. It can take time, but you just gotta be consistent and over again. Obviously, I'm not in crazy position to speak if I know knowledge or if I know ball. I don't know ball, but I'm just speaking based on my experience again. So yes, 1.5 grams of protein, enough calorie, carbs. I would balance the carbs and the fats, and yes. Now, how I trained. So in the very beginning, the way how I trained would be, honestly, I would do whatever, because I would just go to the gym and do whatever. I didn't really know what I was doing. So don't feel discouraged if you don't know what to do in the gym. There's so many people in the gym that know what they're doing. Obviously, there's also fitness programs, coaches, all that. So in the very beginning, I used to train for hypertrophy. So hypertrophy, if you guys don't know what hypertrophy is, hypertrophy training is basically burning your muscle in a way. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like you just work out and you basically get a pump. So a pump every single time. So basically like hypertrophy training, for example, would be like 3 sets of 12, but not too heavy and not too light. That is gonna build you muscle mass. So what I did to gain muscle mass, I did hypertrophy training. So I would burn the crap out of my muscle. I didn't care if it was heavy. If you're doing heavy, then it's gonna be a little tough and you can't focus on the muscle that you wanna grow. So what I did for each part of my body, I would hypertrophy train and I would try to gain as muscle mass as possible. And I wasn't really big on strength training. Well, recently, as of right now, I'm doing strength training. I do want to get stronger because I'm low-key a little weak, but I go to the gym almost every day besides Sunday. So I used to do the push-pull legs. Basically, it's chest, tricep, and shoulders. Pull, back and bicep, legs, and then I repeat the process. So I only rest, me personally. It can be done in however way, shape, or form that you want. But something that's very important is volume. You want enough volume and intensity when you're working out, because if you're just working out and you did 12, let's say, but you don't feel the muscle actually being worked on, then you're not really doing anything. So you want the muscle to burn. It's okay for the muscle to burn, but not to the point where it hurts really bad that you can't move. But you want the muscle to burn if you want to gain muscle mass and look good. Or if you want to gain muscle mass, mainly it's about eating. But if you want to, let's say, me personally, I burned the muscle and I ate as much as possible. So I tried mass gainers, and to me personally, mass gainers affected my body in a way. I started getting weird rashes here and whatnot for no reason. I didn't know what was going on, and I was really nervous or scared. I wasn't really eating as much normal food. I would avoid the mass gainers as of right now. So I would eat actual whole foods, so chicken, steak, rice. If you can't eat, just eat as much as you can, and if you can eat as much as you can, then take advantage of it. Another thing, so the ways on how I changed my workouts over time is that I used to get tired of doing the same split, so push-pull legs, I would change it. Another split that I love doing to this day is I used to do chest and back on Monday, shoulder and arms on Tuesday, and legs on Wednesday. And then I repeat the cycle over and over and over again. And obviously on Sundays, I don't rest. It's up to you, it's your preference. Freshman year to now, which is like, I would say 4 to 5 years now that I've been working out. That's how I gained muscle mass without me like fat or getting unhealthy. If you want a dirty bulk, go ahead, but I don't recommend dirty bulking because you can get a lot of health issues from it, because you get unhealthy fats going into your bloodstream and that's not good. The that I've done wrong is I used to not eat enough. That was probably something that held me back a lot, because I used to think, oh, I eat enough. If you're like, I would say like still in high school or freshman year in high school or middle school and you're trying to gain weight as a skinny guy, you're not eating enough for real. You may think you're eating enough, but you're not eating enough. And a big factor is, to me, like in person, I found out is I wasn't eating enough carbs. So if you're skinny and you're still skinny and you're eating as much food as possible, you eat a lot of chicken, a lot of steak, and a lot of that, there's a high chance that you're probably not eating enough carbs and healthy fats. So what I'm trying to say is, as a skinny guy, carbs are your friends. You know what I mean? So I would try to use carbs and try to balance it out. Don't go over and don't go under. That's a mistake that I did. Mistakes I used to do is I would rely on supplements. Don't rely on supplements, okay? You don't need to be on TRT, peptides, testosterone booster, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. If you want to do it, go ahead. It's your life, all you. I'm not saying you guys should do it or this and that. Me personally, I don't do none of that, and I'm perfectly fine. Don't rely on supplements. Please rely on supplements. Please rely on whole foods. A supplement that I do recommend 100%, creatine. Actually helps your body. I've been taking creatine for quite some time now. Try to be consistent as much as possible with creatine. If you can't, it's okay, just keep trying. But A lot of people think, well, nowadays I think people realize that creatine isn't bad, but people think that creatine is a type of steroid. Creatine is definitely not a type of steroid. It helps you recover, perform better, all that. So a supplement that I do recommend is creatine. Not any creatine, like specific type of creatine. So after doing these type of habits, I went from being very, very skinny to the point that I looked like a pencil to now. And I look bigger, better, healthier, more full, more put together. So again, everyone's body's different, but this is mainly for skinny people that are trying to gain mass. You just have to try your best to keep eating foods like whole foods. Don't try to do a dirty book, please don't, because you're not gonna like it. You have to show up to the gym even if you're tired, no matter what. So if you're skinny right now and you're trying to gain muscle mass or trying to bulk up and stop being skinny, the skinny little boy, you gotta eat enough, train consistently, and just keep doing that for years. Not for years, for like months. Just stop, don't stop. I promise you, if you stop, you're not gonna be where you wanna be, because you can't give up. Don't try to results quick as possible. I promise you. I put time with going to the gym. Just be consistent, eat enough if you can. If you would like to see more fitness content about what I did, what I'm right now, just let me know, subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. If I got something wrong and you guys know more of me, I would love to learn more about what you guys have to say. Don't feel discouraged if you're not getting results right away. I'll see you guys in the next one.